You know, the stupid stuff and the good stuff. That was actually a good question.
It was a good question, and I
But
couldn't answer it directly because I wasn't. I mean, I've never heard that. I didn't know
yeah,
if maybe I was missing
we
something.
the
But
state has incentives that the businesses could qualify from state incentives, but not city incentives. The city doesn't give no breaks, and we've been fortunate because the way we've been marketing the city is the smart business way to market it. Location, location, location.
all the highways are right
Yeah,
here.
all the highways are here. Once you make businesses aware that you're right on 34, you're right on 8, you're Merritt Parkway,
84 is 11
91,
miles. Yep.
95, 84. We're close to everything. We're close to New York City. We're close to Hartford, not far from Boston, everything. Once businesses are realizing it, as you've seen, as somebody goes out of business, somebody's in their place already. You
With
know,
Staples
yes, Staples got
closing
the
and
Edge that's
the Edge
gone in
coming
there. I mean, now Quick Pick is coming to Derby. Why?
from
Because
Shelton. Right?
yeah, exactly. They're coming to Derby
Nobody leaves Shelton.
because it's nice, easy access on and off the highway. It's just there's a reason why we're being so successful. It's because the location is great and it was never marketed as the such. So that's where the city of Derby has such a huge edge on everybody. And we're getting you the edge fitness.
So
But where we used 6 years ago, where we had empty buildings, I used to complain to the past administration. All that we needed was tumbleweed coming down here because of all the empty storefronts. Guess what? We had, everybody's like there's no office space, not office space, storefronts that you see empty. You show where is there an empty storefront? Where there used to be easy 15, 20 of them before, now maybe one or two, if there's one or two out there.
and then let me just ask you now, as I rudely interrupt, the Sterling Opera House. If that's sort of your that's really a pet project of yours, from what I
Yeah,
see. This is.
I see.
And this thing, I mean, because this is another thing when you guys would send out, as a cynical reporter, when Sheila would send out press releases about the Sterling Opera House, I would just say, oh, okay, sure, cupola, whatever. It'll never happen. There's
Yeah.
nothing. And then at that last meeting where you had the architects there, and they gave a price range that seems doable in terms of finding foundations to give money to make that thing a reality. So, you think that'll happen within the next?
Right now because the economy is bad,
It's hard to get money.
it's hard to get money. But we've had, little successes lead to big successes. You know, the money that was spent on the cupolas, the roof, the windows, the doors, repointing the bricks. So much work was done. That was money, $1 million grant that Paul Lane, Joe Magani, I, and the rest of the old Save Our Sterling, OBBA, Old Birmingham Business Association, we're the ones who filled out the paperwork for that. We ended up getting our legislators on board to support it, but Joe Magani and Paul Lane did all the work to fill it out, to make sure it was done right, and we were awarded $1 million for it. So the city never applied for it. So we had a huge success. Now, being in business, especially in the restaurant business, you end up understanding what draws people
What
into
gets
town.
people there?
Yeah, what gets people there? And what type of people are you drawing? Are you drawing like the courthouse draws people that got to lose money from a day's pay because they got to go pay a fine? Now they got to pay a fine, got to pay an attorney. They're not looking to spend much money. They're looking
to get out of here.
Yeah, come in and go right away. So I always said, okay, it's something that's necessary to have a courthouse, but it's not going to be a revenue generator.
And you get some. I mean, the attorneys,
Yeah,
some of the support staff can get.
jurors once in a while.
It's better to have it than not,
yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah.
You need to have it. You need to have it. That's the only thing. But
It's not a foot traffic generator.
a theater, opera house sort of makes people think, stay focused in one way.
Opera.
Opera. No, no, no. it was, if it's going to be successful, it's going to have to be multifaceted, meaning that and there is interest of a professional theater group. There is interest of a professional theater group that wants to make it their home. There is interest of a semi-professional group, which is across the river.
Ah,
That's the semi-professional.
okay.
They like to make their home. And then you have the amateur group, which would be the drama clubs from the different high schools, whether it's Shelton, Derby, Ansonia, Seymour, Orange. We let them use it because success comes from constantly being used. Just like in the restaurant business, an empty chair, you're losing money. If the doors are open and it's being used, you're not losing money. So
And that's
this.
why, because I was shocked, because I was one of those people at the Sterling Opera House. I said, I'm not. I have no culture. What do I know?
Yeah.
I watch girls, whatever.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah.
But so weddings. You said it in part of this thing that, and I meant to say I watched the Bad Girls Club. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So that's the extent of my culture. But weddings is something you're talking about having here. It would really be
Yeah.
wedding receptions,
Right.
which is I never even considered that.
Yeah, that brought into my mind. We went to look at the Waterbury Palace going back about 5 years ago, I believe it was. We did a tour of the Waterbury Palace, and they were setting up their lobby and everything that they were going to have a wedding. I said, what a great idea it is. This way, if there's nothing going on at this particular time period, you could offer it to the public, and they're going to pay the use.
Right,
you pay for a rental of this place and they're not cheap. And when I was in the restaurant business, we did a wedding at the museum downtown Waterbury. Can't think of the name of the museum, but we had to bring staff, equipment, and everything. But it was beautiful. The people loved it. It set up tables right in the middle of the museum, all works of art all over the place.
It's definitely a unique venue to have.
Unique, right? And you have people that want to do that. So why not here in Durban?